Hi yogis, I'm Samantha. We're going to do a 10-minute stretch. So this is something that you can do when you wake up in the morning, before you go to bed at night, like just to unwind or to wake up. Stretching is so good. And I like to incorporate it with a little bit of movement and a little bit of yoga so that your muscles are kind of getting a little bit toasty while we're moving them, because you don't want to stretch ice cold muscles. That doesn't feel good and it doesn't really yield much result either. So we're going to start standing. We're going to inhale the arms up. Grab your left elbow, this is the elbow, right? And start to lean towards the right, stretching out through the tricep and the left side of the body here. Squeeze your glutes as you do this and press your feet evenly into the mat. And then switch sides. Grab your right elbow, pull everything to the left side. You'll feel this right away and you'll know how hard you want to pull. Don't overdo it, but squeeze your glutes here to keep your balance. And back to center. Then we are going to reach up to the sky, clasp our hands, interlace, and turn them upside down, and then open up to the back of the room with our hands. So use your fingertips really nice and tight, and then open up to the back of the room, opening up the chest through the arms, and then let the arms go and give me a nice little forward fold. So separate your feet hip distance apart, and let's get into a little gravity here. So your hands are interlaced in your elbows and your spine is just hanging. Your head and neck are so relaxed but heavy, and your knees are nice and soft. Find your breath here. Put your hands on the floor and walk your hands back. Walk your feet back, not your hands. Meet me in down dog. So we're going to start to pedal out this down dog. Down dog is a really nice stretch. It's opening up your back. It's opening up your hamstrings, your Achilles, behind your knees. It's opening up a lot of things at once. And it's inverting you at the same time. So it's a really nice multifunctional pose. All right, so start to make some circles here with your hips to the left and then to the right. And then take your right foot and place it right between your hands. Drop your left knee and place your hands on top of your right knee. And just gently start to move your right knee towards the front wall. So you're going to feel a nice stretch here in your hip flexors, right? We're getting that left hip flexor right now. We're also getting a nice stretch through our hamstring on our right leg. And then we're going to place our hands on the floor. Use your blocks here if you have them, because the floor will get higher. And then bring your right hip back. Half splits. So flex that front foot and get a little bit deeper in the back of the right leg and your Achilles. And then forward one more time. Place your hand on your leg. And let's switch sides. Bring that right leg back and your left foot forward. Drop the right knee. And let's give it a little stretch on the left side. Squeeze your glutes here. It can be hard to balance in this pose. So feel this stretch in your right hip flexors. And also in the back of your left leg as well. Enjoy it. Don't push too hard and breathe through it. If there's something that feels especially tight, find your breath in it. Drop the left, drop the hands, and then peel back that left foot. When you peel back the left foot, peel back the left hip as well. And drop the head, neck, and shoulders, however it feels right to you here. Don't push too hard. Use the top of your right foot to help you balance. Press it nice and hard into your mat. And let that go. Bring your left leg back and meet me back in down dog. Awesome. Now come to both knees. We're going to cross our feet, sit back, and then just put our feet out in front of us. See, a little magic. Suddenly we're in a completely different position. Inhale the arms up nice and high. And as you exhale, reach forward. Now your forward fold, we're going to open up our chest here and start to reach it forward. What I'd like for you to do is grab your toes, but bend your knees as much as you need to so that you can grab your toes. Okay, so I like to use my index and middle finger, clasp around my big toes here. And then as you start to stretch out, you're going to feel this in the back of your legs. So this is a way to grab your toes, and you can just extend your feet to the point where you can't grab your toes anymore. So hold onto your toes, open up through the chest, pull those shoulders back and down, and just leave your knees as bent as they need to be so that you can keep your chest open, keep your shoulders back, and keep your clasp on that big toe. If you can go all the way down and you want to just reach forward and relax into it, that's fine. And then walk the hands back up. And I want you to take your left foot, put it right in the crook of your right elbow, and hold your lower leg like a baby, rocking it back and forth. So this is going to open up our hips here. We're doing this instead of pigeon. So this is just going to be a little rocking back and forth, opening up the hips. Beautiful. Now take that right foot, place it to the outside of take that left foot, place it to the outside of your right leg. Left arm comes behind you, and we're twisting. Twisting the spine. Now, if you're confused with body parts here, your right leg is straight, your left leg is bent, your right arm is here, and your left arm is behind you. And let it go. Now let's do the same on the other side. Grab your right foot, put it in the crook of your left arm, and rock this little baby side to side, opening up your right hip socket. And then drop your right foot to the outside of the left leg and spin to the right side. Right arm comes back behind you, and left elbow or tricep even hugs into this knee and pulls it open. So you have some leverage for this spinal twist. Your elbow is pushing into this arm so that you can twist a little bit deeper. Now inhale, lift, exhale, twist. And then extend those legs open again. We're going to do another forward fold because this one tends to get a nice amount deeper the second time you do it. The stretches, if you do them once, you may not be able to get too deep, but come back to them in the same stretching session and you'll be able to go deeper, which is always nice. Now walk the hands back, place them behind your butt, facing the back wall, and press your hips up to the sky. Stretching out the whole front of the body. Try as hard as you can to get your toes to the mat as you open up everything here. And drop your butt to the floor. Last thing we're going to do is a little straddle split. So open up your legs. We want to make sure that you're opening them up to a place where your feet are not dragging down to the floor. So don't open up your legs so wide that your feet fall forward. That's your spot when you know when to stop, when your feet are unable to stay upright anymore. And let's reach to the left. And let's reach to the right. I think I just said left and right wrong. And like I said before, we're going to do it again. Second time, go a little bit deeper. And the other side. And then we're just going to walk our hands out in front of us. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit deeper groin stretch. And walk the hands back. And that's a nice little 10-minute stretch that you can do before bed, upon waking, after a yoga class, after a run, whatever you like. I hope it helps you, and I will see you next time. Bye. Now from here, optional, if you want to grab your foot and come into your candy cane, Shavasana, be my guest. If you're there, open it back up again. Drop the left hand, square off the hips, and let's lift up that left leg a little bit, just a mild little standing splits. And then step back. Right foot comes back, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back. Beautiful. I love this flow. Left foot comes up. Stretch out through that right hamstring. Keep the hip dialed down. Flex the foot like you're stamping the back wall. And then the left knee comes to the left wrist, raises up, drop it down, press back. To the center, raise it up, drop it down, press back. These are nice little core moves that we just throw in there. Left wrist, raise it up, drop it down, and thread it through. Blade edge of the left foot to the floor. Open up, fallen triangle. Beautiful. Press your hips up to the sky. Now from here, sit down. And then reach the right arm over. Take a stretch. Deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, left arm comes up, sweeps, lands right back at the front of your mat, and press back up into your fallen triangle. Right arm comes down, spin to the ball of your right foot, and press your left leg up. Bring it all the way through and plant it. Nice. Open up and rise to your warrior, to your high lunge. High lunge, drop the shoulders, open up, warrior two. Reach out with both arms, lots of energy spilling out of your fingertips. The energy doesn't stop at the tips of your fingers, it just keeps flowing out like a superpower. Now from here, reach forward and up, straighten both legs, all 10 toes face forward, and straddle split down towards the mat. This time in your straddle split, I want you to take a little twist. So plant the right hand and open up the left. And switch sides. Plant the left hand, open up through the right. And back to the floor. Keep walking your right hand over. Spin your right foot toward the back wall. Left arm peels open, triangle pose. Lift up through those kneecaps. Get your body in one plane of space. Deep breaths here. Find that constriction in the back of your throat. Find that Ujjayi breath. One more inhale and exhale, and then the left arm comes down. Spin your back foot towards the back of the mat and walk your hands out. Use your blocks here as needed into your pyramid pose. Lift up through the kneecaps and peel this right hip back in space so that your hips are trying to face forward. Press down through the base of your big toe on that right foot. And then bend the leg, bend the front leg, plant the left hand, and peel open with the right. Lunge twist, greatest stretch in the world. Inhaling and exhaling. And then from here, we're going to sweep those arms up nice and big, and we are going to come right into our skandasana to the front of the mat. Oops, balance and sink down. Awesome. Lots of strength in that front leg. And then spin everything towards the front and pop up into your half moon. Beautiful. Stamp that back wall with that flat, flexed foot. Opening up your chest. Bend the front, bend that knee if you want and grab it. Shavasana is optional. Let it go if you've chosen it. And then drop the right hand, spin those hips toward the floor. And just give me a mild little standing split, nothing crazy. And then step far back. Left foot comes back, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back. Beautiful. Take a breath. Just regrounding here in our home base before we go through the flow one more time. Right foot raises, knee to right elbow, bring it up and drop it down. Use that core. Kick it back. Center, lift and drop it. Kick it back. Left wrist, raise it up, drop it down and thread it through. Open up, fallen triangle. And sit your butt down on that mat and reach forward into the stretch. Reach back to your fallen triangle. Kick your arms, kick your, what am I saying? I don't want you to kick anything. Just reach with your left arm. This time we're going to drop this left arm and we are going to kick back into our down dog, but we're also going to step to the outside and add in a wild thing. So reach the right arm over, left leg is straight, right leg is bent. And then we're going to drop the right hand and bring that right foot back to the center of the mat. Rise up to your high lunge. Open up, warrior two. Reach forward like you're going to paint the sky, but bring it just up to the top. Everything meets in the middle. Forward fold. Straddle, forward fold. Awesome. Optional here is to take a headstand, by the way. If you wanted to clasp everything here, you can stay in your straddle split, straddle forward fold, but you can also, this is a really nice place to come up into your handstand if you like. Totally optional. And then back down to your straddle. Turn the left toes out and open up. Triangle pose to the back of the mat. Reach that right arm up. And then drop the right hand. Pyramid pose to the back of the mat. Reach the hands forward. Use your blocks as needed. And then bend the front leg. Take a big twist. And spin this baby all the way to the front of the mat for Skandasana. Reach your right arm forward, about 45 degrees from your foot. Plant those fingertips and open up into half moon. Feels so nice. I love half moon. Again, take up as much space as you possibly can in this pose. Drop the left hand. Standing splits, raise the left leg and step back. Right leg meets your left. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back. Left leg raises. Left knee, left wrist. Lift it up and drop it. Kick it back. Knees to the center. Lift it up and drop it. Kick it back. Left knee to left wrist to right wrist. Lift it up, drop it, and thread it through. Open up to fallen triangle. Reach that right arm over, and then drop your hips to the floor. Reach forward for the stretch. Left hand comes back to the front of the mat. Reach up, back to your fallen triangle, and your right hand plants. Kick back with that left leg, three-legged dog. Left leg comes to the outside of your mat, and you spin over into your wild thing. Left arm reaches. Press your hips up to the sky, squeeze your glutes. And then the left arm plants between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reach, lots of energy spilling out of those fingertips. Left arm reaches forward. Paint the sky halfway and meet your hands in the middle. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take that twist again. Left hand plants. Open up the right. Right hand plants. Open up the left. Left hand comes down. Right toes turn out. Open up into your triangle pose. Right hand plants. Left arm peels open. Triangle to the back of your mat. Lift up through those kneecaps. Press down through the big toe on that right foot. Left arm reaches forward. Spin the hips to the back of the mat. Pop that left foot in a little bit if you need to, and walk it out into your pyramid pose. Walk your hands back and bend the front leg. Twisting lunge. Right arm opens up. Right arm to the sky. Now we are going to spin this whole pose to the front of the mat into Skandasana. So sweep the left arm up and sink down to Skandasana to the front of the mat. And then turn the pose to the front and walk forward to your half moon. Left hand tense. Right arm peels open. Flexed foot. Open up those hips. Try to turn your toes away from one another. And the right hand drops down. Spin that right hip down towards the mat and lift up the right leg just a little higher wherever your half splits lands. And step the right foot back. Left leg meets it. Slowly lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back. Crouch like a tiger and hop right between your hands to a seated position. Left leg, legs come up. I was going to say left leg, but it's both legs. Legs come up. Boat pose. Bend your knees if you need to. We've already done some core work in this class, but we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to lower down, rolling the back, and we're going to lift up. Two more like that. Roll it down. Lift it up. Ooh, it's hard. Roll it down. Lift it up and roll it all the way down. Plant your feet and lift up through the hips. Go right into that bridge pose. Press your hips to the sky. If you want to clasp your hands and get a little bit higher, be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Back of your neck is so nice and long. Drop the chin. Imaginary resistance band around your knees. Press down with your big toes, nice and hard. And then start to unwrap the shoulders and drop your hips. Knees come in, make some circles to one side, massaging out the lower back. And the other direction. Drop your chin again. I have a tendency to start to go like this, but just keep your chin dropped so the back of your neck is nice and long. And rock the knees side to side, windshield wiper them out. Legs come up and open into your straddle. Rotate your feet away from each other and reverse the flow towards one another. Grab the tops of your feet and pull your knees toward the mat. Happy baby. And we're going to let it all go. Take your spinal twist, whatever one you like. You can put both knees to the right or left. You can hook your big toe to the back of your knee. You can just gently rock from one side to the next. Ooh, I got a nice back crack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad you joined me for that class. I hope it makes you a little sore and energized and all the best things in the best ways. And like and subscribe, tell your friends. I'll see you back here next time. Bye.